Finally home. I'm really not sure how to feel about this, though. After all we've been through.
Yeah.
Leon, you must feel like your burden's been lifted a little, huh?
But, Lady Sayaleeds, I've never once thought being the prince's bodyguard was any kind of burden. Whether in the Imperial capital or away, I'll always gladly do whatever it takes to protect the prince.
Being a bodyguard is different from babysitting. Make sure you don't overprotect him.
I'm not babysitting anyone, George. And even if I was, so long as the prince is safe, that's all that matters.
Isn't my nephew a lucky boy, then?
Sure is.
Oh, George.
What?
When we get back to Falena, you'd better watch how you talk. Be polite and use the proper forms of address, okay?
You know you are ever so right, Leon. George may have forgotten, but I am the younger sister of our glorious queen. One's language must always reflect one's social standing. Wouldn't you agree, Sir George Prime of the Queen's Knights?
Aw, shut up, Sayaleeds.
How dare you address royalty that way?
Well, that's the George we all know and love, so he can get away with it when it's just the three of us. But if Her Majesty hears a Queen's Knight addressing the prince improperly, there will be trouble, George. And think of Farid, too. After all, he's the one who recommended you to the Queen's Knights in the first place.
Huh. Don't worry. I'm used to court service, you know. I can take care of myself. But geez, lighten up. I thought the Queendom of Falena had more of a laid-back reputation than this.
Considering the fact that they let someone like you become a knight, I think it's laid back enough. But even I'm afraid of my own sister right now. We really can't afford to make Arshtab mad. Look sharp now, guys. We're about to arrive.
All hands, prepare to dock!
I haven't been in this country for too long, so correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this kind of a pathetic welcome for the Queen's sister and the prince?
Yeah, well, what else can you expect? In Falena, male royalty aren't in line for the throne, so they aren't very important. And neither am I, apparently.
His Royal Highness the Prince and Her Royal Highness Sayaleeds have returned. Ah, you're back! You're looking well, my boy. What, this? This is nothing, my boy!
Your Majesty, I think perhaps you better stop before you crush him.
Ah, Sialeeds, I'm glad to see you looking well too. George, Leon, thank you for seeing the prince home safely.
Yes, of course, sire.
Your Majesty, Commander of the Queen's Knights, George Prime, returning to post, sire.
George, what in the world's gotten into you?
I don't know. I was told to mind my manners.
You never were one to listen to other people's advice, so why start now? But on second thought, though, a little bit of prudence might be in order while you're back in the Imperial capital. More than a few nobles aren't very happy with you, being a newcomer and all.
All right, I'll try to watch it. Wouldn't want to get you in trouble, Your Majesty.
Thanks, George, but I don't think you will have to worry too much about that.
Pardon me, Your Commandership. Shouldn't we...
Ah, yes, you're right. Your mother, I mean Her Majesty, is waiting for you. You should hurry along and see her now.
But, Your Majesty, we,
Sorry, now's not the time. I know what you've all seen, but there's nothing I can do about it right now. Our first priority is to see Her Majesty.
His Royal Highness the Prince and Her Royal Highness Sialeeds have returned!
Oh, I've been waiting for you. Don't be shy, now come closer. Let me get a good look at you. Oh, my son. I've been so worried. I can't tell you how relieved I am that you're back and safe. Sialeeds, thank you for all you've done. I wasn't quite so worried about the prince, knowing that you would be with him.
No need to thank me. I love my nephew too, you know.
And thank you too, George. I'm grateful that you took on this task, hardly worthy of your talents.
No thanks necessary, Majesty. Protecting the royal family is my sworn duty as one of the Queen's Knights.
And you, Leon.
Yes?
You're doing a fine job as the prince's bodyguard. Well done. I'm sure the day will soon come when you'll be promoted to a full-fledged Queen's Knight.
But, Your Majesty, I already consider it a great honor, one I hardly deserve, just to be allowed to be His Royal Highness's bodyguard.
It is such a great relief to me to know that the prince is in such good hands. Please continue to take good care of him.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Now then, please report on your visit to Lord Lake. What's the matter? Simply tell me what you witnessed there.
Arstadt.
This is Lord Lake?
One of the most beautiful towns in the Queendom of Falena? Known for its pristine waters and lush woods? Damn. I heard it was bad. I never imagined it was this bad, though.
Yeah, this is definitely Lord Lake, the town that used to be one of the most beautiful places in the Queendom. At least it used to be.
I thank you for traveling such a great distance. My name is Talgil. I've been somewhat of a town representative here, ever since his lordship passed away. I would love to offer to show you around a bit, but sadly, this town needs no guide. As you can see, there is nothing here but scorched dirt and bleary townsfolk. I'm afraid our residents might be rather impolite to you at times. I do hope you can forgive them. If anyone deserves punishment for this, it's me.
So tragic. To see something so magnificent reduced to this.
What's this?
It's Rovere's mansion. Rovere used to be the lord of this region.
Huh. I've heard that name before. That's right. He and his entire family were executed, weren't they?
All right.
Unbelievable. This is even worse than the rumors.
That used to be a lake. The water was so clear you could even see the fish on the bottom. There were so many ducks and geese, too. And over there was a deep forest. We were just kids the last time we were here, so we wanted to go explore it, of course. But just as the prince and I were about to set out, his attendant stopped us. Farad yelled at us later, remember? "You're not supposed to let them catch you," he told us.
Yeah, sounds like Farad.
Lord Rovere said the same thing and laughed. What in the world could have happened here?
Unfortunately, this town has indeed felt Arstad's wrath.
What's that about?
Huh? Is something wrong?
They seem to be panicked about something. Let's go check it out.
Over there!
Ulls, attacking people?
Prince, wait!
There he goes, rushing into things again.
Damn.
Here we go!
How strange. I don't think I've ever heard of Ulls attacking people before.
They sure looked awfully hungry.
Are you all right? Huh?
Don't touch me!
Hey, don't disrespect the prince!
So you're the prince, huh? Grandpa said you were coming, but I didn't think you'd have the guts. Don't hum me! How dare the Queen's family even show their faces around here? Who do you think brought all this to Lord Lake anyway? Even those animals, they started attacking people because their forest is gone. They're hungry. Who knows how many people have been killed? And all of it, it's all the Queen's fault! Ugh! I see. The people of that town still cling to that dried-up land, living out their pathetic existence.
Arstadt?
Well, I'm afraid all I can say is this. It serves them right.
Your Majesty.
Arstadt, have you gone mad? Those people are suffering.
I've hardly gone mad. Their offense was reprehensible, that's all. For generation after generation, the Rovere family of Lord Lake had been our most loyal subjects. That's why for many years I had complete faith in them. That's why I looked upon them with such favor. But on that fateful day 2 years ago, they betrayed me in the worst possible way. They banded together and began a savage uprising, plunging the nation into confusion. They ravaged the East Palace and even stole the Dawn Rune. One of the 3 runes, the very symbols of the Falenan royal family. Such lawlessness, such treachery, such savage behavior. How could I possibly forgive them? And so I, Arstadt, the Queen of Falena, brought down my judgment and vengeance upon them by the will of Providence. With the power of this, the Sun Rune! So you see, no matter how much Lord Lake may continue to suffer, they got exactly what they deserved.
With all due disrespect, Your Majesty. You have every right to be angry. But in Lord Lake, the damage extends to women, children, and the elderly, people who had nothing to do with the uprising.
Silence! Do you dare tell me I was wrong? I do not make mistakes. The Sun Rune always lends its divine protection to the just. My path is the path of righteousness. My will is the will of heaven. To defy me is to defy the sun.
Your Majesty!
Barret.
Your Majesty, everyone is tired from their long journey. Perhaps we should adjourn for now and let them rest.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I will hear the rest of your report later. For now, you may go and get some rest.
Well, you boys look like you're having fun. If you're gonna speak your mind, you should really pay attention to where you are. You never know, some rogue knight might slip out of the guard room and come passing by. Okay?
His Royal Highness.
Hey,
Huh. Where's His Majesty, Ferret?
He went out through the back. He's a busy man, you know.
Never mind that. Kyle, where have you been?
Me? Nowhere. Just wanted to see the prince, that's all.
That's all? Do you always take your duty so lightly?
Your Royal Highness. Sir, you must be exhausted after your inspection of Lord Lake. Actually, I should have accompanied you on your trip, but His Majesty didn't give me the order.
of course he didn't. After all, Lord Lake is your hometown, isn't it, Galleon? Ferret wouldn't make you go there. The guy's not heartless, you know.
Yes, but I have already been back there once. His Majesty needn't protect me.
But Galleon, I don't see how you could ever come to terms with it.
It's been 2 years, but the Queen still won't even let them rebuild. Man, talk about heartless.
Hold your tongue, Kyle.
Elenia?
Her Majesty imposed a suitable punishment on those traitors, plain and simple. She did what a queen has to do. And we, the Queen's Knights, have no business second-guessing her.
Yeah, that's what you say, Elenia, but...
Silence, Kyle. No matter the circumstances, the fact remains that the people of Lord Lake committed treason. They must serve their penance.
I'm sorry, guys, but I think the Queen went way too far.
Kyle, how dare you disrespect our queen! The Sun Rune is proof enough that this nation and Her Majesty have heaven's divine blessing. It's only natural the rune's judgment would come down on anyone who dares defy Her Majesty's authority. If you ask me, I don't think Her Majesty has used the Sun Rune enough.
Yeah, right. You're starting to sound just like Lord Godwin. And on that note, I don't know if I can trust a knight who's merely a pawn of the Godwin family.
Insolent fool! You're one to talk saying how you're just a mouthpiece for the Boros family!
Ridiculous. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
That will be enough. Do you realize how disgracefully you're acting in front of His Royal Highness? We are terribly sorry, Your Highness. You are most kind, Your Highness. But we should be protecting the royal family, not getting involved in private quarrels that might affect our duties. Kyle, especially you.
Huh? Me?
Your manner of speaking sounds like criticism of Her Majesty. You should restrain yourself a little.
That's all right, Zahak. Please, everybody, continue.
Your commandership.
Don't mind me. As you were. As you all know, Her Majesty has been troubled ever since the split between the two factions of the Senate. The Godwin faction has been gaining more and more power recently, which has caused Her Majesty much anguish. At a time like this, Her Majesty wants true loyalty from us, the Queen's Knights. Some people may believe that knights must give absolute obedience to their master. But that's not true loyalty. True loyalty means being able to speak openly about what you think is right, what you think is wrong. Of course, I'd be upset with any fool who thought he could criticize Her Majesty wherever and whenever he wanted. But at the very least, in this room, I want us to be able to express our views openly, without fear of reprisal. Now, if there are any constructive opinions you'd like to share with Her Majesty, I'd be happy to pass them on for you. Understood?
Yes, sire.
Leon,
Your Majesty?
when you two have thoughts and ideas of your own, please don't be shy about sharing them with us. The Queen's Knights are known for their artistry with a blade, but they also have much wisdom and insight to impart. Be wise and heed their words.
Yes, sire. Princess? Oh, brother! Oh, brother! brother!
Yikes, quite a welcome there.
Gee, the princess sure is crazy about her big brother, huh? Oh, welcome back! I missed you so much! Princess! Did you find your brother? Oh, my! Well, hello. Welcome home, Prince. You know, the two of you standing there like that, you look just like an armadillo father and daughter. Yep.
Oh boy, there she goes with that nonsense again.
Oh, if it isn't the princess! A most fortuitous meeting. Yes, yes. And Her Royal Highness Cyalides, and His Royal Highness the Prince. Oh, and I see Kyle is with you too. Oh, such a pleasure to run into so many people that I usually don't get a chance to see. Oh, yes, indeed. I, Solemn Burrows, am a very lucky man today, if I do say so myself. Yes. Oh, my, Your Royal Highness. You do sound a tad fatigued, yes. Come to think of it, you and Her Royal Highness Cyalides just got back from an inspection visit. Did you not, sir? Oh, no wonder you're so exhausted then.
So, Lord Burrows, why have you graced us with your presence today? What business would bring a man of your stature all the way here? The Senate's in recess, after all.
A man of my stature? Oh no, oh my, you're far too kind. Indeed. Though it's true I've been made the head of my faction, I'm little more than a glorified facilitator. And now that the Senate is out of session, I have to run about on little errands attending to trivial details.
Come on, Dad, hurry up. Let me say hello to the princess, too.
Ah, Yoram, my, sorry about that, son.
Greetings, everyone. I trust you are all well. I am Yoram Barrows, son of the great Solemn Barrows. Ah, fair princess, do you remember me, perchance?
Yes. We met a few times at the Sun Palace banquets, I think.
Oh, princess, you do remember me. My, I am truly the happiest man alive. And I, too, have never once, no, not for one day, no, not even for one moment, forgotten how you looked. And now, with the elegant object of my affection standing before me, oh, my heart is about to flutter away. Oh, princess, you are like a precious gem in the heavens that someone such as I could never ever hope to reach. But please, if you would just permit me to kiss that ever so lovely hand of yours,
That's more than enough of that. Mia Keys, where'd you come from?
Just in time.
The only gentlemen allowed to touch the princess are His Majesty Farid and His Royal Highness the Prince. If you still insist on doing so, you'd better be prepared for the consequences.
Consequences?
The waters of the Thetis River are really cold, you know.
Sire, Her Majesty the Queen is...
I know. But until I leave, don't let anybody disturb us, no matter who it is.
Oh, yes, certainly, Your Majesty.
Arshtat, I'm here.
It's been a long time since we've seen the sunset from here, hasn't it? Prince, what do you think is going to happen to us? I mean, this nation. When I saw how Lord Lake and the town were, I started feeling uneasy. Like everyday life wasn't going to keep on going on like before. Like something was about to happen. But of course, you know I'll protect you no matter what happens. I hope you're right.